Hey everybody, how is it going? Welcome back to the channel. Well, in this video I want to talk about the overall market first because I think we're having a rather significant technical day. I think it could be the start of a bounce in the overall market, so I just want to go over the indices first, and then I want to get into some stocks I think have a great chance of bouncing if the market definitely is in for a bounce. And then at the end, as usual, I'm just going to go into my trading activity for the day. So if you want to see if I made or lost any money, make sure you hang around until then. But let's start off with the QQQs like I always do, which of course they are the ETF for the NASDAQ. And you can see we're having this big up day. You know, yesterday we were having that doji that I was talking about, and now we're having a significant day to the upside. We're having a hard time getting above that 8-period exponential moving average, which it usually is pretty hard to get over if the market is extended, you know, having a big day like it's having, but hopefully it'll be able to get over that. But I'm thinking that we're probably going to have some follow through to the upside and get over this moving average cluster. So I think, you know, getting some longs open in the market right now is probably not a bad idea. Now, right here, when we had this big up day about 3 or 4 days ago, and then we had that huge day to the downside. You know, after this update right here, I was thinking we were probably going to end up having a nice bounce. But as usual, the market tends to catch you off guard for about a day or so, and then they send it back up. So that's kind of the way the market has been playing us retail traders. You know, once it has a significant day when it kind of looks like all systems are go, they run it down again, and then they end up taking it back in that direction. And that looks like that's what they're doing right now with the market right now, and you can definitely see that in the QQQs. Now, the volume is pretty weak, but there is still some time left in the trading day, so hopefully the market can have a strong close, you know, kind of close near that 50-period simple moving average. I think that would be optimal, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it does do that. But let's take a look at the S&P 500 or the Spider. We can see the same exact thing, and it's getting above those moving averages today, so definitely looks like the SPY is bottoming, and it has a date with that 200-period simple moving average right around 448.5. And let's take a look at the Dow, because the Dow has been the strongest one, and it definitely looks like it is still the strongest one, you know, making a nice little J-hook pattern right here. So it definitely looks like it's stronger than the other two. So that is very encouraging looking at the Dow. And let's take a look at the IWM, and the IWM is holding that lower trend channel. So that is a very good sign. If we can get the IWM up about 203 or so, I think there's a pretty good possibility we're going to end up, you know, running up to this channel line right here. So I think all in all, the market is looking very good today. Barring a sell-off into the close, I think this could finally be the start of a multi-day rally in the market. All right, so now let's get into some of the stocks that I think have a pretty good chance of participating in this rebound in the market if the overall market does get a nice little multi-day rebound. But before I get into any of that, please remember I am not a financial advisor. All of these things are just my opinion. Please make all of your own buying and selling decisions. I'm just trying to show you the best looking chart patterns that I see in the market right now. But I want to start off with the banking stocks first. I talked about these ones yesterday, and I still think they are looking pretty good. The first one I want to talk about is KeyCorp. I don't know if I mentioned this one in my video yesterday, but this one was definitely on the list. And I've been trying to buy call options on KeyCorp all day, but the thing just keeps moving higher. I keep increasing my bid on those call options, but the price just keeps going. So I don't know if I am going to end up chasing this one. I hate doing that. Or, you know, if I'm going to end up just paying up before the close, or if I'm going to wait tomorrow and hopefully try to get it on a pullback to that 8-period exponential moving average and just try to leg into those options that way. But definitely KeyCorp is looking really good. Another one that I was watching yesterday, I don't think I mentioned this one on the video either, but it was CFG. And this one just absolutely exploded today. I wish I would have got some call options in this one yesterday. I had an order to get some Citicorp yesterday, but I didn't end up getting filled on it, unfortunately. But CFG was another one that I was considering. That was one I wish I would have just paid up for yesterday. But CFG is looking really good. I wouldn't chase it right here. I'd kind of wait for a little bit of a pullback if you could. Well, let's take a look at Citicorp. You can see Citicorp still having a little bit of a tough time with that 21-period exponential moving average. Couldn't get past past it yesterday, and it can't get past it today so far, but I still think that this bottoming formation looks pretty good in Citigroup. Next one is BAC. Bank of America. You see Bank of America is having some follow through to the upside after making that nice MACD positive divergence signal. Another one that I was watching, oops, let me get that crap out of here. Another one that I was watching was Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley having some really nice follow through to the upside. I actually had it narrowed down to either Morgan Stanley or Citigroup yesterday at the end of the day, and I chose Citigroup, but I was really liking Morgan Stanley as well. Another one was Goldman Sachs. See Goldman Sachs having some follow through, running into that 50-period simple moving average, so I don't know if I would grab it just yet. Kind of have to wait to see how it handles that 50-period simple moving average before I entered that one. Another one that I kind of like here is Zim. See Zim shipping and ports. I was looking at this one because it was fighting with that 200 yesterday, and it's having a very nice gap up today, up over 5% on the day. So this one definitely looks like we are in for a multi-day bounce. Definitely if the market participates in that, I would expect Zim to do that. Another one I kind of like here is Uber. Take a look at Uber. We can see Uber made a higher low and made a nice little consolidation here just underneath the 8-period exponential moving average, and now we're having a nice big green candle going all the way up to the 50-period simple moving average. So it's probably going to have some trouble with that 50, but if it gets beyond it, I think Uber could definitely could run all the way up to this previous high, right around 37 or so, and maybe even challenge this 200, depending on how high the market bounces, if it does end up bouncing. Another one that I like here is MRVL. Marvel Technology. You can see basically the same thing. A nice little consolidation under the 8-period exponential moving average, and we are finally getting above it. So I think MRVL could have a nice bounce if the market does end up moving higher over the next couple of days. Another one that I am in is KNX. These guys have earnings coming out tomorrow, but you can see a nice little bottoming formation in KNX. And now today it's finally jumping past that 8-period exponential moving average. So I think this one has a great chance of, running up to the $50 range, right around the old resistance area. So KNX looking pretty good. But like I said, I do own that one. So maybe my opinion is just a little bit biased. Another one that I kind of like here is PRT. Now, this one is a royalty trust in the oil and gas equipment services sector, but this one has been pulling back for a couple of months now. And this one actually has a yield of about 8%, and it pays monthly. So this is another way that I'm thinking about getting involved in the energy sector. And these royalty trusts can be pretty good investments, and they're usually, pretty good payers. So PRT is high up on the list. And another one I like here is ETRN. You can see ETRN also in the energy sectors, making a nice little J-hook pattern right here. And even though I think energy is due for a pullback, I do think the ETRN looks rather strong. And this one also pays a 7% dividend as well. So a decent payer for ETRN. Alrighty then, so let's get into my trading activity for the day. I've only made one completed trade as of this recording. Still thinking about buying some call options and some of those other stocks that I talked about. But this one was part of my day trading gap and go strategy. I did not talk about this one on my Patreon video this morning. Both the stocks that I talked about, they didn't make a tradable pattern, so I kind of scrambled around to find another one. I usually don't like to do that. I like to be prepared, but I found this one pretty quickly, and it took a little while for it to develop, so I had time to, set the trade up. By the way, I do have a Patreon group. The link is down there in the description. It's only $9.99 a month. I try to put out a pre-market watch list video with things that I see significant going on with the market and trades that I see setting up. And I'm also in the Discord every single day, so that's something something you're interested in, the link is down there in the description. And but simply liking the smash button is appreciation enough if you enjoyed this video. But let's get into this trade right here. This one is Sharps Technology, ticker symbol STSS. This is part of my gap and go strategy. I like to find stocks that are trading under $10 that are gapping up, and I try to play them on a rounded bottom. So let's go into this one and I'll show you how this trade is shaped up. Let me zoom it back here. Let me see if I can get this thing to go back. That's probably too far. Anyway, I found this one. It just kept going up, so I patiently waited for it to pull back. It found some support at the 8-period exponential moving average on the 3-minute chart. So looking at the minute chart, let's actually go to the minute chart real quick here. Hopefully this thing, there we go. You can see this bottoming pattern a little bit better on the 1-minute chart. So put my little ceiling there. I actually went to the 3-minute chart just to confirm that it was holding that 8-period exponential moving average, which it was. But I bought in, I put in my order for $3.22, and it actually executed my order at $3.24, and I sold them at $3.49. So I actually got out pretty darn close to the top right here. So I got lucky on this one, and as we can see, this one just kind of continued to fade during the trading day. So that's why I just try to buy these in the first half hour to an hour of the day, because a lot of times you'll just see these things just end up fading into the close. But that was the only trade that I made today. Let me get this crap out of here. Oh, another one that I wanted to show you guys that I think I skipped over was GPRO. Let me see GPRO here. I love this pattern that GPRO is making. It's making a nice little ceiling right here, right around $8.95 or so. Think about buying some call options in GPRO as well. I want to buy these about 2 months out because I think this could be an extended move up in GPRO. Definitely think it could at least make it to the 200-period simple moving average if we do get a move up out of this little consolidation right here. But just want to show you GPRO before I ended the video. I'm going to end the video right there. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down there in the comment section, or if you see any decent trades setting up, make sure you leave that down there in the comment section as well, because I really appreciate when you guys show me things that you guys are seeing, because I can't see everything in the market. But I'm going to end it right there. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.